Yo,
All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome into the stream. Welcome to the Doobie Den. And tonight, as you can see, you see my beautiful face. You see that bald head over there. Wait, over there. That is MJ Hat. I am Buddha, and we are RevX. And tonight is the first ever edition of RevX's Wrestling Review.
it's not too bad. It took some setting up. It took some doing. We had to learn how to do some stream together stuff. So took a minute, but I think we pretty much got it figured out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tonight's the 523. Yeah, we're still on Friday. 523 episode of
Yeah.
WWE Smackdown slash the go home show for Saturday night's main event, which is live tomorrow night on WWE Network.
Now, before we get to talking about SmackDown, there was a couple issues from earlier this week that I just kind of felt like since we're doing these, we needed to talk about. First off, no, we did not cover Raw. We don't normally cover Raw because we are both not available to do the thing.
That's true.
Um, but ever since Raw, we uh, we heard that New Orleans isn't going to be hosting WrestleMania 42 this year. And the reason being is speculation online says it's about money. It's somebody else put in a higher bid. I even heard Las Vegas back to back. So
I
I don't know.
mean,
What do you think about that?
Vegas 2 years in a row. The only interesting thing I would say on that would honestly be let's see how the numbers do. I think collectively it was like what 126, 7,000
Uh,
over both days. Was that
yep,
right?
o- over both days, something like that. It
Somewhere
was
in that area. However, I
150.
like on a personal note, like on a personal stance. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, bro. Come on, that would be simple. That would be smart if
Yeah,
you were WWE. However, I'm sure we'll
yeah,
find out
WWE.
within the next little bit because they're not going to leave that open for too long. But speaking on that though, so the way WWE does their booking these days, right, where there's so many shows, is they usually book places like 3 4 days at a time. So this week you had
Yeah,
SmackDown, you had Saturday night's main event, you had Raw, and then you're supposed to have NXT. NXT, from what I've read earlier, is now canceled. They're probably going to do it at the Performance Center like they normally do because ticket sales were only like 1,700 for the NXT show. Now, I'm not saying that's a
yeah,
bad thing as far as it
yeah.
goes. I'm not saying that's a bad thing because honestly and truthfully, uh, NXT's not as big. We'll get into this more later, not by the stars that they're bringing up now, but NXT's not as big as I guess they would hope it to be.
No, it's a venue meant for like 20,000, and they did like 1,700. I think that was the math.
Yeah, that's rough.
Uh, so if they can't feel it, they're obviously not going to do it in a place that's going to be 85% empty. Think of how that would look on TV.
Let me fix this
So
camera a little bit. There we go.
yeah,
Now it looks a little better.
yeah, my screen is like up. So if you see me looking up, I'm looking at the screen. So
Yeah, and
sorry about that.
I'm trying my best to look at you guys, but like the way the screen shows on here on the computer as
Yeah,
opposed to what it shows on
it's,
OBS is two separate different things.
yeah, it's different. It's different for sure.
And I'm not about to
The
mess
next
with
thing
this
I
right
had,
now. We've got this going great, so let's just
yeah,
continue on,
we'll
man.
do this. We'll tweak it again probably tomorrow before we do our other stream.
Oh yeah.
Uh, so the next thing I had wrote down again before we get into SmackDown, and I know that's what you guys are here to find out about is SmackDown. Okay, but calm down. Uh, we wanted to go ahead and mention about Zoe Stark. She is going to be out of action indefinitely. She she twisted up her knee pretty bad, and there's really not a time frame as to when she's going to be back.
Oh, we
Uh,
got our first
you should,
person in the chat. Welcome in, Dallas.
hey Dallas, what's up, buddy? Yeah, it's not too bad. I heard I heard her knee was bad, but the shared chat thing's pretty cool.
I
Sorry, I got
seen a
distracted by
video.
that.
of like a slow motion of how that went down. Oh my god, bro! When she landed, like
Dude.
here, okay, camera, work with me here. Here's your knees, right? When she landed,
Yeah.
this one went that way by itself.
Yeah, it
With
like twisted
yeah, no,
and
like it
it
went
was oh
like it was
I showed it
horrible.
I showed it to my lady and she was like, "Oh my god." Yeah,
Dallas,
it's bad.
how does everything sound? Like, can you hear both of us pretty clearly and everything?
Yeah. We sound okay? Everything good?
Anyway, back to it. Obviously, we wish
Um,
Zoe Stark a speedy recovery, but she did go out saying that it's probably going to be a while before she's back. Best wishes to her, and I hate to say it like this, bro, but I really hope this doesn't ruin her WWE career.
it might, dude. This
It
is her
may.
second injury, isn't it? To the same knee. So I'm pretty sure that's right. I might be quoting wrong. I got that from Ollie and Luke. Um, anyway, yes, a speedy recovery, and hopefully she can get back in the ring very soon. If not with WWE, I do hope she ends up somewhere where they can put her talent to use because she's not untalented.
Oh no, by any
Anyway,
means, by any means.
no.
I can't
Uh,
get past this shared chat shit.
thank
Good sound, good sound, good. I'm glad to hear that.
you.
I love seeing that. I
Uh,
see it show up here on the right hand side for me. So that is awesome.
yeah,
I love it. This is cool.
it's on
Uh,
mine too.
I'm enjoying this. But anyway, let's actually go ahead and get into SmackDown, man. Uh, we had
Uh,
what, six
we
matches
opened
tonight?
Yeah, but we opened up with a couple of segments. We got Priest and McIntyre brawl, like as Priest was entering the building. Or no, I'm sorry, it was McIntyre that was entering the building.
And I tell you,
This
man,
went on
go ahead.
all night. this
Yeah,
it went
all
on all
night,
night.
like all
So
night. It was so crazy.
it wasn't too horrible. I feel like they're building this cage match very well, and they really don't have anything else to say.
Yeah.
At this point, they're in the third match of a three series, I guess.
Is it the third match?
That's not, yeah, it's the third match. If you count the Fatal Four Way, if you count the Fatal Four Way,
If you
it's the
count the
third
Fatal
match.
Four Way. So,
Yes.
well, we'll ask you, chat. Do you count the Fatal Four Way as a? I have to say I disagree with it. It is the like he said, third time in a row. However, they did have two with that Fatal Four, and that was just a bunch of big fucking men in there beating the hell out of one another. It was a great match. It was a
Yeah,
great
but
match.
they. The reason I say that is because they focused on each other and not on that United States Championship, which they
That's
should
fair.
have.
That's fair. The big spot up in the crowd with South of Heaven through the tables, like that was absolutely beautiful. Um, I
Um,
will say on that when we of course like we review this, but we watch this together, right? So as
yeah,
we were watching this, I looked at I told Hat over Discord that I'm 100% sure that will probably be the match to watch tomorrow night because honestly and truthfully, they're
I
two
agree.
big guys. They're probably going to let them whip each other. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another stand spot, honestly. Uh,
Maybe,
but I do feel that McIntyre's probably going to take the win on it.
possibly. I don't know. Priest is a tough dude too. McIntyre's better built than Priest is. I feel like he's got more to his character than Priest does,
I
and this is
agree.
a formal. I mean, they're both former champions, so it could go either way. Just truthfully.
And that's like the thing.
Um,
How do you keep them relevant? Well, take a couple old champions, smash them together, let them have a good program for a
you
little bit.
you put them in a steel cage.
Oh yeah, that's gonna.
I love it. I
Who
love it.
who
That's
who
great.
takes the worst spot tomorrow night?
Ooh,
That's
good
the
question.
question you need to ask yourself, guys. Who is going to take that harder spot tomorrow night? I have a feeling that Priest probably takes the bigger spot, probably setting up more towards the finish. I would not be surprised to see this go like a count out or something like that to keep it going.
It's a cage match. What do
It
you mean a count
well
out?
like double knockout, something like that. I wouldn't be
Double
surprised.
pinfall, baby.
Maybe or somebody else comes into the fray. Bronson Reed
I
is
feel like
supposed to be coming back sometime soon, and he was with
that's a
both of
good
those
shout,
men beforehand. So I mean, I could see something like that.
right? The next thing we got though to move forward was Tiffany Stratton coming out to the ring, who came out and was talking about how she cashed in and became the youngest or whatever it was. Tiffany's voice just really irks me. I, I I like her. I think she's got good potential,
But
but I think I think I think we're due for another champion.
I do
Thus came
go ahead.
Alexa Bliss.
I do say
Alexa
that we
Bliss,
are due for a new champion.
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
will say I'm glad they didn't give it back to Nia, and I will say that
Yeah,
I'm very very happy they didn't give it to Charlotte.
I
But I
agree.
am gonna
Where,
say that I
where,
don't think Alexa is ready. I knew I was getting a finger for that. He is an Alexa Bliss mark. Like,
absolutely.
and it's not
Um,
bad. I'm not saying that bad. Look, let me explain myself. Alexa just came back. They thought they had something for her. Then they dropped the
yeah.
ball. She misses. Oh no, she gets in WrestleMania, right? No, she wasn't in WrestleMania. It was
She
after
she got
WrestleMania,
an
right?
elimination chamber.
Yeah, and
Elimination.
Elimination Chamber, right? Then misses WrestleMania. Just coming back, mind you, and misses
Yeah.
WrestleMania. But like, mwah, wife blew me a kiss. Sorry, but I don't know. I feel as though it's too quick for her. But I mean, who else is in that match? It's Alexa Bliss. It is who won tonight? It was Julia, Roxanne Perez,
Yeah. Uh,
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Bloody Ripley, brother.
I would not be surprised to
Uh,
see her win that. I don't think
I
she's won
wouldn't
Money in the
either.
Bank. I do not think
We're
she's won
not
Money in
there
the Bank.
yet. We don't have all of our competitors yet. Just wait.
Okay,
Just
well,
wait.
I'm pretty sure you said it like this. Ask me later, but right now, my pick's going to be Rhea Ripley. See who else they
Oh
bring
yeah,
in, obviously,
yeah.
sure. You got, well, we'll cover
Alexa
that
Bliss.
later. Just continue.
Yep.
I get to rambling
Yep.
on too much.
Yep. You're all right. However, then these two ladies were interrupted by Charlotte Flair, and she came out being her queen self. Man,
Yikes.
I'm glad they went back to the queen character, because when they were trying to do this whole face turn shit with her, it just didn't sit right. It's not, what's the word? I'm accurate.
She needs
It's
a
not
new character.
accurate. Yeah,
Not
one that
just
she
the
can pull off.
queen or not just the face. They need to
I
do
think
something with her.
I think she could do something good if she'd stray away from Daddy's bullshit. Oh, I said it.
Agreed. Wait, this way. This way. Wait, no, this way. All right, agreed. This camera's getting on my fucking nerves.
Uh, this way for me. It's this way for me.
Hey, what do you know? I fixed this shit. Let's go.
All right, all
This
right.
is why you don't get us
The
together,
first,
guys.
yeah, the first match on the night. How long are we in this stream for already? The
We
first,
are 15 and a half minutes in. And it's okay.
the
We've went
first,
over some stuff.
the first match is where we're at. I haven't even told you who's in it yet,
Whoop.
but obviously it's Flair and Julia and Zelina Vega. You want to give the run through? I need to check on that.
This was Botch Mania. Like, if Botch Mania needs some good content, Matthew, I'm telling
Yeah.
you right now, I know I'm this little itty bitty guy, and you probably will never see this, but let me tell you, that match alone gave you, I'm sure, a good couple of minutes, great worth product. Like, it was just,
No
it was
doubt.
botch after botch. I will say, I will go on record saying that Julia was not ready for the main roster push. Now,
No.
Roxanne Perez,
No.
however, she fit right in. She done great in her qualifying match.
Yeah,
Tonight's
I
match
wasn't
was
I
shit.
wasn't really pulling for Julia here.
I called Julia
I was
just based on the
I
fact
said
that I
Flair.
feel as though they were pushing the NXT guys very big. Fraxium had a title match, a title match opportunity tonight. They let Roxanne win on Monday. I felt as though just keeping with the momentum that the NXT call ups have had in recent weeks, I felt as though that was the right decision to make. Thankfully, it pulled out for me. There was times that I really thought they were going to give it to Charlotte, being honest. But the best part of the end of that match was the end of that match.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I
No,
can't.
you're not wrong.
It's like a
You're not
Northern Lights
wrong.
driver. I think's what Julia calls her finisher, and she hits that thing solid. Zelina took it great, and then that was it. Julia takes the pin. She's entered into Money in the Bank. So I mean, we've got a few members in already.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a bad shout. And for those of you that can't see us right now or you can't hear us, we'll reiterate again in 50 seconds. But the fact of the matter
Yeah,
is,
we're on break. That's
I,
great.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But I was pulling for Flair, man. I really thought that she had the pull. I'm this being down here is irking me because I keep looking up here. This
uh,
is where you are.
I am going
This
to
is
do
where my
something.
cat is. Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. There it is.
Oh, why are you tweaking stuff on stream?
I'm not,
Ah,
but I did actually like sub to you.
ah,
So,
you're so sweet.
and
Thanks for the prime, man.
it is
Or was that a real
also
one?
well that's it's my 3 month sub anniversary to you. It says, welcome back, by the way.
Aw.
Uh, we'll get into that later. Let's go into match number two though.
All right, match number two. For those that were gone, it was Julia that won the last match.
Yeah, just
Watch
as
the
recap.
VOD and you'll see what we had to say. Uh, match number two was DIY, and then first they did a promo on the Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium, but it was DIY. I'm sorry, it was Champa versus Saban.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. It was a
Oh, okay.
singles match. It
It was a
wasn't
singles match.
wasn't tag.
Um,
This one was very fast by comparison. A lot less botches. They told a good story, and I like the way Champa looks because he's bulked up. He's gotten into this main event scene on the tag team division on SmackDown,
yes, yes.
and I kind of remember him whenever he was in NXT. Man, he was still with Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's been just like
forever.
the machine guns is DIY
Yeah.
really. Like they've been together like that for so long that it's really hard to separate them.
I think Champa said it best. Your favorite tag team's favorite tag team.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
uh,
Anyway, this went back and forth, but the end saw interference from Candice LeRae.
good way to bring her back.
So,
At least give her something
yeah,
to do. I see her
that's
being
not Nia Jax.
probably. I would actually probably see her more around like the United States title uh, picture. Probably. I don't see her going for the heavyweight title ever. But
We'll talk about her future at the end of the show.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Um, did you see anything in Champa and Saban that you wanted to call out?
Not really. Solid movement. There was a spot that Champa hit Saban with the air raid siren on the apron, and
Yeah.
even though like looking back at it, you can see the shoulders. I just want to say that was some hellacious right there.
That the first time we seen it, it looked like he fell on his head, but
I
in
legitimately thought
reality,
he was hurt.
it
Like
was.
legitimately thought he was hurt.
When they showed the replay, they showed that it was where it was supposed to land. That was good maneuvering, actually. Yeah, Champa got the win. Da 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 da. Or well, I guess Saban got the win.
Uh,
No
no, Champa got the win thanks to Lorray
distraction.
hanging
Right,
him over the
right.
top rope. Yeah,
The ref didn't see it. That's
ref
what
did
it
not
was.
see it. Because as
Uh,
with any kind of a tag team or match that's a one-on-one, the interference is happening regardless. So just like any other
yeah,
one, there you
normally
go. By the way,
the
as you see in the
but
picture here, sorry, cuz, as you see in the picture here, it is the Doobie Den. You do see a nice little pot leaf. We are 420 connoisseurs. On that note, I do want to say cheers, fire in the hole.
um, next up we had Damian Priest music hit, and then he was coming out to the ring, and I guess before he even made it out of the entranceway, Drew McIntyre hit him back. So this is what we meant. They were going back and forth all night. There was a little bit of heat where he took out two security guards, and just this is your classic, brawl it out because it's the go home show angle.
this
Basic stuff.
this has been the best build by far. As far as who's in those matches tomorrow night, this has been the best build so far. And like you said
I
earlier, it kept going all night.
I can agree. I can agree with that. Um, Next up, we had Jacob Solo and I almost said Cobb. JC Mateo backstage.
Should still be called.
Uh, yeah, uh, they were going a little bit back and forth, and then Solo or Jacob flat out told him he don't trust him. A good way to start this upcoming feud that isn't a feud yet, but will be very soon.
Agreed.
Um, then we had the Secret Harvest. Okay, yeah. Then there was a backstage segment with Chelsea Green attacking Zelina Vega. I
Hmm.
think that was right after the Saban match before Drew came out. Uh, or McIntyre or Priest. Yeah, God. Then we had they got a match with BFAB and Michin.
Hmm.
So that match was next, and that one, it was mid. I honestly, it
It
was
was.
very mid.
The only impressive thing I seen in that match was B-Fab's finisher. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
seen that, but that
um,
started. It was a reverse DDT that she just took and spun her into a face breaker, neck breaker, whatever you want to say. Took the pin. It was just a nice. They got the win on the first one, so it was nice to see B-Fab and Mission get the win on the second one. Like that's really all there is to that. Little interference from Vega coming out and taking out Green, which then set up. Now we have Chelsea Green and Zelina Vega for the Women's United States title tomorrow night at Saturday night's main event, which is nice because it actually
yeah.
added a match to a what 4 match card. 4 matches, guys. 5 now.
That's that's pay per view standard. Right? I'm sorry, PLE standard right now.
It's horrible, guys. If you're gonna have
I
a
miss
PLE,
9, 10 match cards.
yeah,
Phew.
yes, yeah, exactly. Like if you're going to have a PLE, which is what you call it these days, we are old, so we grew up with pay per view. Okay, but if you're going to do that, put at least at least 6 matches on a card. Thankfully, I
Agreed.
think it's only going to run like 2 hours, maybe two and a half. So
Yeah,
they'll all get plenty of time to shine within that. But like I agree, like I miss 8, 9, 10 card matches. Bring those back for
yeah.
us, please.
Yeah, that was what we used to run
Oh yeah,
way back when.
oh
So,
yeah. Sometimes
blah,
with
blah,
2 or 3
blah,
of those
blah.
matches in that, it's all funny.
BFAB and Michin won this match.
Yep,
Selena Vega interfered.
yep.
So that's how that. Um, then we got a vignette for Worlds Collide featuring Legenda del Fantasmo. Nothing of relevance there, except they're going to be on YouTube. Then we got JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb, uh, and Jacob Fatu versus Big Jim and Ray Phoenix. Now, the opening to this match was very back and forth. It was a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Synchronization
Oh yeah.
between Big Jim and Ray Phoenix. There was a lot in this match.
Great transition.
I think the spot that I liked the most out of this match was toward the very beginning. It was the dragon corkscrew off the top rope to the outside
Oh yes.
by Ray Phoenix. So,
I'm a huge fan of JC Mateo, better known as Jeff Cobb. I'm a huge fan of his. The
yeah,
fact that they allow him to use the Tour of the Islands and keep its name, thank you, WWE. I will say just straight up, no BS, thank you. For that, at least. I hate
I,
that you changed his name, but thank you for at least letting him keep some of his self.
I'm going to be honest with you. Before he came, like I knew he was big,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I'd seen pictures and I'd heard how good he was. The things you hear. But I don't think I'd ever watched a Jeff Cobb match
Mm,
until tonight.
I will tell you this
So,
much now. Hop on YouTube, look him up. You will not be disappointed. That man, I
okay.
mean, he's bigger now than what he used to be. Used to, he was more like slimmer, sleeker than what he is now. Still looks great. Like they put him back in, like he's normal for wearing what he had on tonight. That's been his normal wrestling attire as long as I can remember. But like,
Well, I remember somebody talking about online they
God,
didn't
my,
know what his wrestling attire was going to be.
I'm
So,
glad they let him keep
seeing that,
that because that's basically
yeah,
what he wore everywhere. Just different colors and things like that. But being with the bloodline, of course, uh, you have to, I don't know, dig to a certain color scheme. So
yeah,
I like black and red, but
makes sense.
too much black, not enough red. Just a
I don't
fan.
think our thingy works.
What thingy?
Or no, it does. Never mind. I
Oh
see it.
no, and sorry, you brought up the Discord. Thank you so much for that. I went through today and fixed that. So guys, this link that shows up will never change. Will not leave after 7 days. This is the official Discord
Yep,
link to join the Doobie Den. Do yourselves a favor if you love wrestling like we do. Make sure that you join
yep,
the Doobie Den. We've got areas in there for wrestling, things like that. Of course, we do this every Friday night with Smackdown. We do it Saturday nights or Sunday nights, whatever nights they decide to do it with the PLEs. But any night that we do this, we watch the wrestling. We sit in the Discord. We have a Discord directly for this. So we
yep.
sit in the Discord, discuss the show while watching the show. And guys, if you want to get in there and have a chat with us, please feel more than free. But yeah,
Yeah,
if you want to
we
join the
we
Discord,
may welcome
links there.
come down the road. We if we get enough people in here, we may start welcoming viewers and people with opinions, and we're open to doing some collabs with people.
I am
So,
a okay with this.
um, let's see. The next thing we got.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Solo played mediator the whole match, and
We got about
they
five
won off of
people
the
in
spot.
here, so we just want to say hi to everybody. Thank you all for being
Yep.
here. Chat's on fire, so make sure that you chat us up. Any questions you may have about tonight's show or anything in wrestling in particular, please make sure to hit us up with that, and we'll be more than happy to answer them for you. But let's get back to that
Yep.
review. Where are we at? Let's see. We just finished the tag team match. Oh no, we didn't actually finish it. So finish to that was, like I said, JC getting to hit the tour of the islands. He hit that on Jay.
Uh,
No, he hit that on Phoenix, didn't he?
yeah, I think it was Phoenix. I think.
And 1, 2, 3, Solo raised both their arms. We get out of
Yep.
that match pretty clean. So
Yep.
I feel as
Um,
though they'll build that a little bit more before they just let that go. But I feel
then
as
we
though
got
JC is the replacement for Jacob. That's what I feel.
yeah, yeah. That's the intention. JC and Solo are going to end up feuding, but I think JC and Jacob are going to feud first.
100%
Um,
agree with that.
next up,
100%.
next next up was R Truth's promo, and he's right. Um,
Power
John
is a
Cena
strong
is not
thing.
John Cena. John Cena is not John Cena. It's just a simple. He he's not the same man that he once was, and he's not going to be. What do you think?
I feel as though, and I'm sure that there's thousands out there, probably even more, that agree that this is all a ploy until Rock actually gets a chance to come back. Says it's not going the way he wants to. John Cena turns back face to finish out his WWE career. We know he ain't going to end as no heel. If y'all don't, are you living under a
No,
rock? Like for real?
yeah, come
Like
on.
he's going to finish as a face. He's going to finish as that crowd favorite everybody loves. He's going to walk out, salute, thank you very much. Goat's leaving the building. Fair enough.
Yeah, basically. The question is does he actually do it with the title? I say no.
I say no. I say that I don't know. Maybe when Cody comes back, gets that
Yeah,
rematch,
I think it'll
takes
be Cody too.
takes the title back, and then we might get to see that. I think the last match that he does, that Cena does, is against The Rock in December. I feel as though that's going to
You
be the
reckon?
final match. I feel it. I may be absolutely wrong, and if I am, I'm sorry, but I feel as though that makes the most
Just
sense from the standpoint we're at.
that's some heavy predictions right there, bro.
He's been facing
Um,
legends, man. That's all he's facing. Orton, legend. Truth, legend. Like I don't
so
see a
far,
reason. I don't see a reason not to. I mean, even when he faces Rhodes again, legend. Like
yeah, yeah,
that's what he's on. He's on a legends contract, facing legends when he wants to. That's how I feel.
kind of makes sense.
But I mean, he
Kind of makes
deserves to be
sense.
able to do that. So
Um, Next up, we got the men's qualifier for the night.
Mhm.
This was Aleister Black versus LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. So,
this was a good match. Not a lot of mess ups in this one. The
no,
transition and the speed ran. I would say on par. They're not really fast people. None of them are really fast. Aleister Black is the fastest man in that match when it comes to like speed and technique and how he presents himself in the ring. LA Knight is
I
a
agree.
showman, and Nakamura is more technical brawler style. Solid match. Um, the finish to this was great. Shinsuke
Yeah,
went
it was
for the
clean.
Kinshasa, to which Black countered, hit Black Mass on him. LA came in, smart man, just throws him out of the ring, takes the pin. 1, 2, 3, it's over. He didn't even have to have hit his finisher, which, from what I've heard
Yeah,
through the dirt sheets, is something that he's really big on. He likes to promote himself, which is fun. I mean, that's half the business, as you know. You got to believe in yourself and push yourself. But uh,
right.
taking it like that, and like Hat said, clean. That was a solid way to end that match. So
That's a rarity, bro.
that puts LA
That's I
Knight
like to
into the
see.
Money in the Bank match, and
Yeah,
I will say I'm going to be a little disappointed. When I watch the Money in the Bank match, I like to see the big spots they come up with ladders. You got LA
yeah,
Knight, that's mid 40s,
yeah,
Solo, right at
yeah,
40. Like,
yeah.
you don't really have anybody high fly esque in this match. So really,
Yeah,
it's not really doing a lot of good.
yeah.
Uh,
I don't know how many qualifiers we got left. SmackDown's full up, right?
I'm thinking. I think you may be right, man. Chat, if we're wrong and we might have miscued that, let us know in the chat. I think Raw's got one more. I swear, I want to think SmackDown's got one more. Who's in men's Money in the Bank right now? Fuck, I can't even talk, guys. So we got
Hold on, I'll tell you. Yeah,
Solo.
I'll tell you if you want to pull forward.
Let's see, we got Solo. We got LA Knight tonight. I know. Well, I know for sure there's one more SmackDown qualifier because it's next week. Because they said there was a segment where the Bloodline basically was backstage. And they were kind of gloating about everything for the night, which they had every right to do. Nick Aldis came in and told Jacob Fatu that he is in a match next week as a qualifier. So I know for sure SmackDown's got to have at least one more qualifying. I think Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. Yeah, that's the match for next week. I still say
Yeah.
Jacob's going to take that, and we're going to get like this big thing at Money in the Bank. But we'll just have to stay tuned for that. So anyway, I've got Jacob, or I'm sorry, not Jacob, but Solo, LA Knight. Who am I missing?
Let's see. Solo.
Uh huh.
Uh, the LA Night, like you said. I'm trying to pull it up, and I think Raw just had women's this week. Um,
Trying to think. I don't
so
remember.
I,
Yeah, I can't say I
I
remember
think
seeing it.
they'll be doing the men's this coming Monday. So
I'll be all
nobody
right
from
seeing
Raw
that.
yet.
Okay, I'll be all right seeing that. There's still there's 4 more spots left for the men's, and I think there's only 2 left for the women's.
Yeah,
Because we
yeah,
seen Julia and Roxanne, Alexa Bliss, and who else is in that? Oh, Rhea Ripley. Yeah, we went over that. So we know that
yeah,
there is a qualifying match on SmackDown next week between Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Nia Jax. And
yeah,
I agree with you wholeheartedly for what you said earlier. That's going to be a banger match. I hope.
yeah. That's going to be a good one.
I feel as though Nia and Naomi are probably going to be pulling a lot of weight in that match, especially with Jade still like just coming back, only really having 1 match against Naomi, or was it 2? Not just 1 yet. But
Hi, buddy.
I feel as though that's where we're at with that.
What?
So we'll continue forward with
Um,
what do we have
the only
after
thing
this?
left. The only thing left is the tag match,
Mm.
the
That
tag
was
title
the
match.
tag team title match, and that match, ladies and gentlemen, pure chaos at the end. As far as the
Sorry.
match in general, that was great.
Careful.
It was a great match. It's 2 very, very solid tag teams. Of course, the Street Profits have a lot of power in flying, while Fraxium has a lot of flying, but a lot of speed
Yeah.
to go along with that. Very
Well,
solid match. Like I said, go ahead.
yeah. Very fast paced. Very lengthy. The ending saw the DIY run out with Candice LeRae, and the Motor City Machine Guns come out, and then they started brawling, and then they did that turnbuckle spot that they do every time they do a big brawl.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then I think was it Angelo Dawkins that got up top?
Oh yeah. No, it was Montez Ford that was up top. They were fixing to
Montez
finish
Ford.
it up. Yeah, Montez was going for the frog splash. Lights go out.
When
The
yeah, power out.
happiest freaking thing in the world that could really happen tonight happened,
Yep.
and that was the
The
Wyatt
return of the
Six.
Wyatt Six.
Mm.
Oh,
Just saying that just
yes,
makes you
yes,
happy, puts a smile on your
yes,
face.
yes, yes.
But it
Yeah,
wasn't just the fact
dude.
that they returned; it was the fact that they returned and took not 1, not 2, not 3, but
Oh,
all 4 teams that were out there already demolished every one of them, and rightfully so. The Wyatt Six is a fucking power group that I swear I hope everybody can stay healthy, because I know that's a lot of the reason they got kind of cut now. But if they can stay healthy and going, oh my god, what can they do?
you guys know I'm old school. I want to see Little Miss Bliss back with them. But hey, just reel that in
It
for now
still could
because
happen.
let's take it.
I,
It will happen.
I
It
still
will
feel as
happen.
though that there will be a tag team match between Liv and Raquel and Nikki and
Yeah.
Alexa, and
But
we will
that's
see new
not a
tag team women's
prediction.
champions. No, that's a fucking spoiler. Quote me,
That's a spoiler. Yeah.
like quote
Yeah.
me
That's
on
a
that.
spoiler. But all in all, SmackDown tonight. The big thing for me was the return of the Wyatt Six, and they knew that would be for a lot of people, and that's why they saved it till the end.
Smart,
But
very smart guys.
all in all, yeah, all in all, I want to say 7, and then at the end 8, and that's just because Wyatt Six.
Uh, all right, let's go through the matches real quick. Let's just do a quick recap here, and I'm just going to tell you mine as we go along. So let's start out with the first match, which was the
Women's
women.
Money in the Bank qualifier.
I'm going to give that a solid, I don't know, 4.
Okay.
That was like I said, Matthew. If you see this again, I know I'm just a small streamer, and so is Hat. but you got content, a good solid minute, maybe even two worth of just botch central from Julia.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
So
Yeah,
start off with a
she's just
four.
DIY Saban versus Champa.
I'll give that about an eight.
Okay.
Little bit, a couple
Um,
mishaps. Um, Actually, no. You know what? I'll move that up. I'll give it an 8.5. Having
okay.
Candace come back tonight and putting her, with DIY, it's nothing new, but a good way to have her come back and a good way to have that match end. So we'll say 8.5
Secret
on that.
Harvest, Secret Harvest versus BFAB and Michin.
I'm going to give that one maybe a 5 because the best thing out of that match,
Okay,
seriously, was B-Fab's finisher. That was solid.
agreed. Um, JC Mateo and Fatu versus Uso and Phoenix.
I'm going to say 7 on that.
Okay.
You,
All right. Good
you
deal. Good
threw
deal.
together, and the reason I say 7 on that, guys, it was a good match, had some good chemistry. However, it just felt like that was a thrown together match to fill up a spot in the go home show. That's what it felt like to me. Never had Jason. You
It,
never had Mateo and Fatu team up. You never had Uso and Phoenix team up. And you throw
that's
two.
true.
You throw two thrown together teams together tonight and just say good luck everybody. So
Uh, match number
7.
5. Match number 5. Triple threat for the men's.
I
Alistair
think
LA and
I think I'm gonna say
Nakamura.
7 on that one again. The
Okay.
fact that the fact that Shinsuke uses the Kinshasa for everything, but yet sometimes, like we were talking earlier, it's just a flying knee.
Yeah, it's just a
Same
flying knee
damn
on the top
move,
rope.
but it's just a flying knee,
It's not a
guys.
Kinshasa. It's not a Kinshasa. It's just a flying knee. All right. Then Faxium and Street Profits.
I'll give that one a solid. I'm gonna give the match solid 8. Very good match.
Okay.
I'm gonna give the
Okay.
final promo that coincides with the final match a 9. So that match in total will have an 8.5 for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my overall rating.
See,
7 to 7.5. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna say 7.
So
The middle and the end saved tonight because the opening crushed it and not in a good way, guys. Not in a good way.
yeah, it was awful. It was awful. Please take Charlotte off the air, revamp her character, do something with her, please,
Who's Raw champion?
please, Trips.
You know what? Fuck it.
Mm.
Send her ass to Raw. Send her ass to Raw. There we go.
Let EO deal with her.
Send her to Raw.
Shit. I mean, I get it. I
Like
get it.
Io, Rhea, Liv, Raquel. Like there's so many there, and I think she would have
Yeah.
a better hell. Put her back in another feud with Becky Lynch for a little bit. You want them to go for a title? Let Lynch take over the Intercontinental title and let them fight for it for a little bit. Give her something new. Give her
Right.
a reason to fight for something. I've never held this title. Okay, here you go.
Right.
Build a good story from it.
I,
Other than
I think they've got some good places that they could go, but they're just some things they're dragging their feet on. So it's a wait and see. But I mean, that's about it, ain't it?
Yeah,
Is there anything else we wanted to cover?
um honestly, if you guys didn't know, we will be live again tomorrow night. Right after Saturday night's main event goes off the air, we will be live just like this one more time, covering that. And then after the show, I'm going to switch over and probably stream from like 12 to 2 or something. Maybe, possibly. Don't quote me on that because, hell, who knows how, 24 hours ish is going to go, let's say. Uh,
Yeah,
we
we gotta figure
depending
this
on
out.
what time the show ends tomorrow, we may actually get this done before I actually do go live. I might move it up half an hour or something like that. We'll see. That's on my end. As far as the RevX Wrestling Review, we want to thank you all for coming on and enjoying the show with us. I've had a blast. I'm sure you have too. And
Oh yeah,
I can't wait to continue doing this, getting better, moving things
yeah.
around.
This is This is going to become a regular thing,
Yeah,
guys.
this is
This
a
is what
weekly
we're going to
thing.
do.
I think what we're going to do, though, I think to be comfortable with it and to make sure we're not rushing, I think
Yeah.
as long as you're okay with it and we're live on air, so we can go ahead and go with it. I feel as though we should start this at 11:15.
Okay.
That way we're not rushing everything. We have time to get our notes together and not be so jumbled all the time.
Yeah,
Because
they're at the end. We barely got to watch that last match because we were tweaking settings and shit. Yeah, I
exactly.
agree.
So I say 11:15. Like next Friday night,
Give,
obviously. Um,
give us 15 minutes after the end of the event, and
that
then we
may
will be
change
live.
as well because if I remember correctly, I might not be right about this, but I'm pretty sure that starting like June 6th, SmackDown goes back to 2 hours long. And if that's the case, trust me,
Thank
that's going to
God.
be beautiful. They just
Yeah,
they
we need
don't
that.
have a strong enough story to tell for 3 hours on SmackDown. Raw, it
I
was
mean,
easy as could
they're
be.
doing 3 hour shows. We had 6 matches.
Yeah, like I mean,
Six matches.
if you half that down, that's like 30 minutes, per match segment, and they didn't go no 30 minutes. There was a couple of good strong matches. The tag team match went for a good amount of time, and if I remember correctly, the Champa and Saban match went for like a solid 15. I feel
Yeah,
so
yeah. It wasn't
they did
long.
have
None
some
of them
good
were long.
fillers in there, but and this is something I know we've discussed before, but I'll say it again. Commercials are killing WWE right now. Like when
Yeah,
we
speaking of
watch it,
commercials.
8 to 9 o'clock, we usually get
Yeah,
between 4 and 5 commercial breaks. Why?
yeah.
Like that's what I enjoyed
What's up,
about Raw is like we
Mike?
always had like an hour long, no commercial interruption, no nothing. It was just bam in your face, full hours worth of writing, perfectly like transitioned onto that show.
Yeah,
They don't do
I
that
hate
anymore.
commercials.
Oh, it irks the shit out of me.
I hate commercials.
And I tell you another
Like
thing I
we
hate:
like
commercials
we've been in for 3 minutes.
with a picture on picture, picture on it's like picture on picture.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
dumb.
that
That
is
is so
annoying.
dumb.
That is annoying.
Commercials are the worst. That is the reason you guys should sub
Mm,
right there.
mm-hmm.
I said what I said. We just came back from an ad break, right?
Yep.
Sub. You won't see those anymore.
No,
Okay, that's neither here nor there. You can't do that with national television, unfortunately. So yeah,
that'd be kind of
SmackDown
cool
has
though,
way
right?
too many. Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be great.
All right.
But at the end of the day, yeah, give us like 15 minutes at the end of the show, and then we will be live. That's our game plan.
All right,
Sound good?
guys. Yeah. Well, with that, again, I want to say thank you all for coming on to watch this first episode of RevX's Wrestling Review. Again, we've enjoyed ourselves, guys. We look forward to bringing this to you every Friday night, officially live at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. We will be live again tomorrow night, just as soon as Saturday night's main event's over with another recap. And I promise I'll try my best to down a little bit, especially I get into wrestling talk, I can go forever.
Yeah,
It's what we enjoy. But anyway, guys,
it's awesome.
I think with that we're going to say our adieus, and we will see you all tomorrow night again for a live review of Saturday night's main event. Until then, this is RevX saying peace out. Later.
Deuces.